Chris Jansing live in Cleveland with an enthusiastic crowd. And day 3 of the Republican convention was supposed to be the nation's formal introduction to vice presidential candidate Mike Pence. But by the end of the night, the Republican Party found itself as divided as ever after Senator Ted Cruz left out one thing in his 23-minute speech, an endorsement of Donald Trump.
If you love our country and love your children as much as I know that you do, stand and speak and vote your conscience. Vote for candidates up and down the ticket who you trust to defend our freedom and to be faithful to the Constitution. The enthusiasm of the New York delegation. We must make the most of our moment to fight for freedom, to protect our God-given rights, even of those with whom we don't agree. We will unite the party, we will unite the country by standing together for shared values, by standing for liberty. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless the United States of America.
As the speech came to a close, who else but Donald Trump stepped out of the wings, walking into the VIP box with his family and stealing the spotlight from the man who finished a bitter second in the primaries. Amid the commotion and the jeering, Heidi Cruz, the senator's wife, was escorted from the room as Trump supporters yelled at her. But this morning, what is a matter of some dispute is when the Trump campaign read Cruz's remarks. Jason Johnson, chief strategist of Cruz for President, tweeted that Cruz told Trump directly 2 days ago and later added, quote, "Since it's obvious the shock is contrived, let me ask, what the hell did they expect from the son of the man who killed JFK? Lighten up." And when Paul Manafort was asked if Cruz told Trump 2 days ago that he wouldn't endorse in the speech, Manafort said, quote, "That's not quite accurate," adding they got the text late and didn't make any changes.
Donald Trump made the offer to speak without any conditions. He thought something like Senator Cruz might have been a little bit more politically smart.
Trump himself later tweeted, quote, "Wow, Ted Cruz got booed off the stage, didn't honor the pledge. I saw his speech 2 hours early, but let him speak anyway. No big deal." And here he is exiting Quicken Loans Arena last night.
Mr. Trump, any reaction to Ted Cruz tonight, Mr. Trump? I mean, that was a remarkable moment. What'd you think? You loved it? Why?
It was in that very arena nearly 1 year ago that the moderators of the first Republican debate asked the giant field to raise their hands if they would not pledge to support the nominee. Ironically, Donald Trump was the lone candidate who raised his hand. Well, reaction last night was decidedly mixed. Some applauded the senator in the room and on Twitter, but the Washington Post reports that when Cruz tried to enter billionaire Sheldon Adelson's suite, he was turned away. And while Newt Gingrich tried to smooth things over, many high-profile Republicans took their turn to lambast Cruz.
Now, I think you misunderstood one paragraph that Ted Cruz, who was a superb orator, said. Ted Cruz said, "You can vote your conscience for anyone who will uphold the Constitution. In this election, there is only one candidate who will uphold the Constitution." So, to paraphrase Ted Cruz, the only possible candidate this fall is the Trump-Pence Republican ticket.
It was an awful, selfish speech by someone who tonight, through the words he said on that stage, showed everybody why he has richly earned the reputation that he has on Capitol Hill.
He's a fraud, he's a liar, he's self-centered, and he disqualified himself for ever being considered for President of the United States.
That was cute. You know, don't stay home in November. Vote from the people that you like from top to the bottom of the ticket. I just think it was an awful performance. by someone who showed himself tonight to not be a man of his word.
Tonight, this is the Ted Cruz that I've known, unfortunately. He cannot be trusted, and he's not a true Republican. He's not a true conservative. He's totally self-centered. Tonight, I never saw such outrage and anger on the floor. He's more of a disgrace now than ever. Absolutely. He disgraced himself, he disgraced the party, and the party should never consider him again for office.
Governor Mike Huckabee wrote, "From where I sit, I didn't see a statesman step forth for the country's future. I saw a self-absorbed politician grab the microphone and try to line up his own future. Ted walked in tall and walked out small." Even Hillary Clinton's campaign couldn't help but get in on the trolling, echoing Cruz in a tweet, "Vote your conscience."